Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? On this Tuesday night, all right, Tuesday night, 2024, November 19th, all right. Uh, what's new, huh? What's new? Uh, oh shit, I saw something. Hold on a second. So Trump is nominating this guy, Dr. Oz from Pennsylvania. Remember? To lead Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Oh my God, isn't he like a controversial figure? He's Turkish American. Mehmet. His name is Mehmet Oz. In any case, I'm just doing my podcast. I just try to finish some work. All right. And, I had actually food from Whole Foods, which I had for dinner. And then that just made me so freaking tired. You know, I lied on the couch for I think 45 minutes, and 5 minutes of that was I think I slept. And I woke up with a jerk off. Not jerk off, sir. What the hell are you talking about? A jerk in my in my body and my fucking mind, as if somebody woke me up. Meanwhile, my wife just called me. She's on the phone. You want to say hello? Say no. Okay. I love you. Um, but you know what? I'm glad. Sorry, I apologize. I'm glad that election is over and hopefully we'll have some peace now. You know, in the post-election era, up to January 20th, right, when actually Trump takes office again, White House. Hopefully, nothing blows up, right? Although, without discussing politics, honestly, which I hate to do on my podcast. Didn't actually Biden recently, tell Zelensky to use our, American missiles and weapons against Russia? So that's like, dude, why the fuck are you doing that when, everybody wants to end these fucking stupid wars? All right? That's all I would say. It's like, instigating violence. You think Putin is going to basically stay down, and he's not going to do anything? I have no fucking idea. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. All right, and especially the time is coming closer to my wife coming here. Hopefully soon. All right, and then I'll be in much peaceful situation. When she's home, and yeah, we will be together hopefully soon. From with all of you out there who kept your fingers crossed for us. And I also wish the same for all the other guys from the mountains where we come from. And these two guys, they even have kids, and that's even more difficult for them, with kids, because kids need, especially young kids, need both parents when they're growing up in the early age. So the kids are basically with their moms, and when they also need the the love and the support and affection and everything, right, from their dads. And it sucks, you know. Hopefully it will also happen for them sooner than later. I mean, I'm talking about legal immigration, and all right, let's just try to stay positive, everyone. This is what, November. So, now you can see and feel that we are getting really into winter, right? I was up in Westchester today with my engineers. Excuse me, I apologize. Something hit my windpipe up there, in there, and you could still see some of the colors, fall colors, right? Some of those beautiful leaves, that turn. Some of them turn like red, like light red and orange, and there are some which are still green. So you have that fall color, right? Spectrum. And I think winters now are getting actually pushed further into, let's say, I think December is the new November. And November is actually the new October. I think that's what's happening, and we're not getting any more snow. No more snow, sir. I remember when I moved out here, right? Obviously, I went to school upstate, and fucking Ithaca in winter is just so fucking depressing, and it's like a shanty town because half of the population there is college students, right? And during Christmas and right after the first semester exams, right, everybody's gone until like end of January, right? In any case, without going back into the past, I moved down here, and I remember we used to get a lot of fucking snow. It was a disaster to get your car out of the fucking parking, especially if you park parallel, right? And then these 2 feet of snow above the tires, right? And you had to shovel the fucking snow out. That's not happening anymore. No? So what is that, sir? Global warming? I have no fucking idea. But something has changed, right? I'm not a zealot when it comes to climate change and all that, but obviously humans must have contributed something, to the atmosphere. But how about global cooling, sir? That's even worse, right? That's like the beginning of a new ice age. When was the last ice age? 11,000 years ago? The whole North America and the whole fucking planet was basically frozen tundra, right? When was last ice age? Okay, so the last glacial period, also known as the last glacier maximum, peaked around 20,000 years ago. Okay, so I was off. Sorry. This is the fucking AI is telling you, obviously, right? The LGM, which is the last glacial maximum, was the last phase of the Pleistocene epoch, which began around 2.5 million years ago. Oh my fucking god. The Earth's climate has gone through cycles of cold periods and warm periods for at least the last million years. So that means these cycles are roughly 100,000 years long, with glacial periods lasting longer than interglacial. So that means that we are going through this interglacial period, right? Which is basically um warm period. I think this is the warm period, interglacial. There you go. I gave you guys some information. So it might be that now we are going through that 100 years warm period. So every 100 years, Earth goes through cold and warm periods. All right, that's it. That's it. I won't be here. You won't be here. None of us will be here for the next, what do you call the glacial period? All right. So don't be scared. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's enough about global cooling and warming. All right. So Earth goes through these periods every 100,000 years. All right. And the only difference now, obviously, is that 100,000 years ago, obviously, we didn't have any industries, right? There was hardly a population or even a civilization. Maybe we had just come out of the African jungles, start walking upright instead of on four, right? And so there was no industry, there was no fucking pollution, there's no fucking holes in the ozone layer, right? Uh, in last 200 years, I think actually the entire industrial revolution has taken place. Although now, I mean, the pollution should go down, right? And I think for those of you who are like climate change zealots, like what's her name, Greta Thunberg, who dropped out of fucking high school and she started doing this, as if she's gonna save the fucking planet from what? I don't understand. And and I'm not denying, I'm not denying that 100% that we haven't contributed something. Obviously, the industrial revolution. There were a lot of factories. Even here, if you go towards like fucking East River, all those like old factories along fucking East River or even along Hudson River here, right? This was all basically industrial because this was the transportation hub, right? Even now we have the international, what do you call, uh, international port, right? Port. We have a huge port here on the East Coast, which is here, right? One of the major ports, right? Because this is where all the shit in Shinola comes from, China, right? In those containers, and that's not very far from where I live, right? So just imagine back in the days, they were just fucking, what were they? What were the industries? You can look it up. I mean, there's Domino's Sugar Factory. Remember that fucking building in Williamsburg? And then they turned that into a art and condos, right? And you could see the chimneys, right? Fucking, which obviously, were melting what? Sugar cane, right? And turned that into sugar, right? Whatever that fucking process is. Remember chemistry? High school chemistry, how actually you turn fucking iron ore into steel and cast iron and whatever the fuck, right? So all those processes obviously required some sort of a combustion, and that they contributed into the polluted air, right? But I'm talking about 100 years ago, all right? But then I think that's happening now in China, countries like China and India and all these other, countries. obviously, they're still making steel. There's still somebody's still making pipes, right? Through that process of whatever that chemical process is, right? In any case, so um, is the climate change going to actually lead us to some sort of a doomsday situation? I don't think so. No. I don't think that, if anything, I don't think climate change or nuclear war, which is also hopefully far from happening, right? Our extinction is because of the diminishing population. 200 years, I think we are just gone. If you look at the statistics, maybe 300 years, all right? If you don't keep producing, because at some point in time, like countries like, you know, China already has a population decline, all right? Because they have money now. And remember, they enacted that fucking one child policy back in the days because they wanted to control their population. Now they realize, oh shit, now nobody wants to have kids. I mean, Japan is just basically like fucking, uh, it's all old people, And I think same thing is happening here in the Western world. So that's the extinction. That's our extinction. All right. So all you people, young people out there, stop bitching and moaning and stop going on fucking social media and start producing kids. All right. I think if you want to save the planet, all right, save the human race. But the humanoid robots are going to be real, I think. Isn't Elon Musk actually coming up with some sort of a humanoid robot? He was talking to Joe Rogan the other day. Did I say this? Am I repeating myself? And he was saying that just like this fucking phone, right? We're gonna have robots, personal robots, accompanying us everywhere. Like what? R2D2, C3PO? Yes, that's going to be the fucking reality. All right. So maybe in a couple of years, you'll see me walking into a bar, right, with my own R whatever R6D6 robot, and then I won't need the fucking phone because the robot would have the screen and everything. I'll just tell the robot, hey, make a phone call to whoever, my wife, well, my wife would be here, obviously, but, one of my clients. Hey, robot, hey, R6 D6, what's the weather for tomorrow? Just like Alexa is, right? So instead of Alexa being home, we will be basically taking our robots into like social scenery. And then what's going to happen? And this is what they were saying. Oh shit! So I'm going to take my robot and somebody else. Let's say a friend of mine, right? He brings his robot, right? Then what's going to happen? So me and him going to talk on a on a bar, drinking beers, and then the robots are going to talk. Is that what it is? Our robots are going to be what, turned off? So I think that's going to be the reality. All right. Now doesn't that sound like a fucking hectic to carry, like a RTD2 size robot? Not carry, sir. It's going to walk itself. All right. Or it's going to basically, remember R2D2 from fucking Star Wars, Skywalker's droid, right? And it would just follow him everywhere, even in his fucking Speedo, right? He will take him to other fucking galaxies and other fucking planets, right? But that's the far-fetched idea. That's going to happen probably in 100,000 years. If you come up with this the technology where we can, fly with such speeds and stability of engines and aircraft and everything, who the fuck knows? I mean, we could get to fucking Mars in a few hours, right? But that's that I'm talking about. That's probably going to happen, but that's probably like, well, that's not going to happen, sir. Even 100,000 years from now, even if you have technology to actually fly with the speed of light, which is impossible, right? According to physics, it's impossible to fly with or near the speed of light. All right, but if somehow we have come up with the technology, what's going to happen? Like if I'm actually flying in a ship, right, with the speed of light, what am I going to look like? Somebody who's an observer, right? If he sees my or she sees my ship, right, going like zipping through, and then he or she's trying to look through the window of the fucking ship to see if I'm still alive or I've gone, what is that going to look like? It's like, is that what's going to happen? I have no fucking idea. The observer probably is also in a ship, right? So remember that movie Guardians of the Galaxy where they actually what's his name's ship, Peter Quill's ship, they fly with the speed of light, and then their fucking like eyes pop up because of the speed, right? Remember that scene with the fucking the not the monkey, raccoon, right? Raccoon and what's his name is in there too, right? Dave Bautista is in there, right, as one of the characters, main characters. And Chris Pratt, obviously, right? He's the main character. And so that's what's going to happen, I think. I don't know. But, excuse me, obviously um, the travel to long distances would need what, like stasis. So basically, they would inject us with some fucking, what do you call it? Some chemical or some, like, long-term sleeping pill in a liquid form, right? That would basically put us to sleep for like 6 months until you get to fucking Mars, right? Otherwise, what are you going to do in 6 months? All right, while the fucking ship is just going through the same fucking thing, you can't see anything. You can't even see the fucking clouds. All right, if you see anything, there'll be fucking rocks, and you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this? Although at night, you might be able to see the stars and the fucking is zipping through, right? But that sounds like a boring travel plan, to be honest with you. So I would want to be in stasis. I don't want to be fucking alive. So by that time, I think we'll have robots which will be running the ship, right? And the humans would be basically in stasis, right? Sleeping until we get to the destination, right? These are all science fiction ideas, more for now, I think. We can't even get to the fucking Mars. And that's just the wishful thinking on many people's part, including myself, right? Why would we want to go to Mars, sir? That's not even a friendly atmosphere. No, I know. But we are humans, and that's our nature to explore, to find out where we are, right? So That technology, I don't know, maybe thermonuclear engines, some sort of a fucking battery or some sort of a, a metal that actually provides fuel, that provides the combustion at an epic scale, which is controlled, right? And that gives you the ability to run the ship, fly the ship with such huge, huge, huge and higher speeds, right? I don't know. We haven't discovered anything like that. We only have what fucking, oxygen and hydrogen as fuel, right? Combination. That's our main fuel for rockets, right? And unless, these fucking universities are doing research on other fuels and etc., which I don't think a lot of people are interested in space travel and all that, except for like somebody like Elon Musk. You know, everybody's on fucking social media and fucking Instagram and Facebook and it's bullshit. And looking at their pictures and friends' pictures and where they are, and I'm like, you know, so that aspect of human progress has not been made as it should have been, right? In addition to internet, which actually sucked us in to these holes, right? When it was discovered, or when it became public in the 90s, and then the whole fucking Silicon Valley dominance, and all the bullshit YouTubes and whatnot. Sorry. So in any case, all right. So let's just okay. Just laugh. Oh my god, I went on a tentacle. I'm sorry. Tantrum, not tentacles, or tantrum. Um, I'm doing my fucking therapy. I went there today. I do this like twice for Sharika. Until I get the injection, and hopefully my wife will be here. Then she can support me, and just in case some shit happens. Hopefully not. All right, fingers crossed. And obviously I need her here for more than sciatica. She is my wife. She needs me. I need her at this age and this time, this life on earth. As we are living it. What's beyond, sir? Well, I don't. We don't know what's beyond. I mean, I just beat that fucking topic to death. I mean, there's no fucking other civilization as far as we know, or we don't know. We can't contact them. They can contact us because of the distances, humongous distances. All right. And I don't believe that anybody has actually visited us. I don't believe that. No. It's impossible. The distances are just too huge. All right. And as far as we know, there's no other, habitable planet with advanced civilization in our vicinity. All right. There are exoplanets which are being discovered by fucking James Webb Telescope, but then I just laugh at these fucking astrophysicists. Yeah, you discovered that fucking planet gazillion miles away, right? Light years away. So what? You think you can get there? Or how are you going to communicate with that fucking planet? No, there's no way. All right. So sometimes I feel like maybe it's just like useless or waste of resources and money to even do this, right? Because like if you discover a planet, let's say even 10 light years away, right? Am I repeating myself? Because I talk about this all the fucking time, and it becomes too pessimistic towards the end, instead of instead of something positive, and then I feel depressed. You know, we're stuck on this fucking planet, and there are no other realms. Other realms, but that's a different story, all right? Other realms is a whole different story. We don't know. I haven't been to any other realms. Maybe when I took mushrooms back in the day, I felt there was another reality, or there was some sort of a parallel reality in addition to our reality. So that something that our brain and our mind taps into through those tools, which ordinarily we cannot see, we cannot feel, we cannot detect, right? So, in any case, it might be, who knows? Who the fuck knows? I mean, what is the end goal? What is the end goal? What's the end game for humans, right? You come here at this day and age, we have all the tools, all the information available, internet, everything, books and everything, philosophy, science, religion, everything, right? What's the end game? I mean, you come here and then you live your life however you live it, and then you die. Is that what it is, without knowing what the fuck? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because we are basically biological machines. I mean, if you think that us humans are something more than our body, our mind, and whatever, the software is in our brain that's actually run by the hardware, right? Then I think that's just philosophy. That's not real. That, oh, you know what, you're gonna meditate for 100 days without eating or without drinking even water, and then when you're closer to death, then you start seeing things. I don't know. But they're obvious, right? That's obviously, then you're going to start seeing dead people, I think, and they will be there to welcome you, right? Um, but that's the controversial subject, right? People say that when and if they had any near death experiences, right? And many people, from listening to like podcasts and stories, what they say is that they see their loved ones who have already gone, right? So what the fuck does that mean? That, oh, wait a minute, so there's some other fucking reality after we die? Is that what it is? Because there's a lot of these stories, all right? And I don't know. I don't want to talk about that, all right? I don't want to fucking talk about that. It's also depressing, all right? But who the fuck knows? I mean, if the end goal is that our body is some sort of a vessel, and this vessel is eventually going to carry something, a non-physical entity. It is carrying a non-physical entity. Then what the fuck is that non-physical entity, and where does that come from? Where does it go? Right? And I don't know. I try to be logical as possible, but then the problem is that the fucking universe is so complex. It's so huge, and there are so many unanswered questions. All right, which even something like science cannot even answer. All right, yeah, science can answer everything that's within this realm of 3 dimensions, and time is 4th dimension, right? But even if you discuss science at a quantum level, it becomes too spooky, you know? Remember the double slit experiment? What was that experiment, by the way? So you basically shoot these electrons right through a hole, right? Or some sort of slit, right? And then you have a fucking piece of paper that shows that, oh, where each electron goes, right? And what was the other? What was the second one? Double slit. Oh, so you have two slits. Oh, yeah, okay, I see. So one is where you shoot one electron at a time, right? The other one is you basically shoot a lot of electrons. What's the outcome? Shit, I'm gonna basically sound like a fucking idiot right now. All right, but I think the bottom line of that experiment was that uh, when you turn on the light, right? When you turn on the light while you are performing that experiment, that changes the way electrons behave. So that means the observer changes the behavior of the electrons at that fucking quantum level. All right. So, okay, I don't want to talk about that. All right. I forgot. I forgot exactly, but you get my point, right? So at that level, it just becomes too spooky. And at that level, everything is connected. Every fucking material thing is connected. All right. And what was the other thing at that level? Oh, so at that level, all right, at that quantum level, I think I say this many times that what the fuck is the particle? They call it the God particle, the material particle, right? That gives matter to the material, right? But inside, what the fuck is inside that, right? Nobody knows. That's like the smallest imaginable particle inside an atom, right? Or nucleus, whatever the fuck it is, right? And that particle is the one that gives material existence to everything. All right, but then inside that, what does that come from? See that? So, I mean, I'm not an astrophysicist, I'm not a quantum physicist, but my take on this is that the matter and material bursts out of nothingness, or if in our human language, if you define it right, unless it bursts out of another fucking dimension, which is some sort of a dimension higher than our three-dimensional space and time, right? Then that means that somebody or some force in that other dimension is basically projecting the whole material world. It projects the whole material world from that dimension. And I think there are mathematical models which actually define that, aren't there? I have a fucking idea. I don't want to sound like a fucking idiot coming up with my own, half-ass theories where I'm not even a physicist, all right? Without any proof. All right, everyone, I think I'm kind of tired, and it's 10:39, so I'm going to watch. What the fuck I was watching? Oh, so I want to watch that second season of the show Silo. Silo, remember Silo? It's a science fiction movie. Show, sir, not a movie. And then Yellowstone, obviously, that's the new season, right? And I've been watching that with Kevin Costner. And, well, wait, didn't he actually die in the last one without any spoiler alerts? But whatever. All right, you guys watch it. And then the other one I've been watching is Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. I told you, right? That's an interesting, funny kind of show. And I think oh, okay. So last night I was watching a movie actually with Adam Driver. That's a new movie I bought from fucking Amazon Prime. Oh, Megalopolis. It's about an architect, like an Italian architect who is fucking out of his fucking mind, and he's basically designing this whole city, right? But it's actually apparently in some future New York. All right. So it's an interesting movie, but I mean, I was watching it, then I got tired, and I just went into sleep. Yesterday I was out with a friend, and we were watching the fucking Cowboys versus Texans game, and that game was just became one sided. Cowboys just, oh my fucking god. Texans defeated Cowboys in their own fucking stadium, and I think the score eventually was 34-10. It was horrible. It was horrible. We were rooting for the Cowboys because that's my friend's team, and they were fucking horrible. It was just, it became a one-sided game towards like fourth quarter, you know, and then I just came home. And so that's that. And I've been watching football Sundays and Mondays. That's the kind of routine I have now, and I got to actually renew that subscription, that TV subscription I had, because I don't want to go out there like every Sunday and every Monday, especially if it's snowing and fucking, and I want to watch this game, right? I want to go watch the game here, so I got to renew the subscription, the 5,000 channel subscription. All right, everyone. So 42 minutes. What else? What else? I think that's it. This month is gone. 11 days to go, and then this year's gone. 2025 is up in the air. Hopefully, for better for everyone. Every one of us, especially ones who are waiting for their loved ones. you know. And although these holidays give me, this holiday period sort of gives me this fucking anxiety. Oh my god, it's a fucking, everybody's so fit. They act like they're so happy as if some fucking alien is going to come down and give them the blessing and the love and everything, right? And that's what it feels like. I have to take my engineers out actually. Before Christmas, I'll take them out for dinner, maybe bar food and beers. And yeah, I think I'm meeting my ex-colleagues. Actually, first week of December, I think we want to have another dinner, holiday dinner. In the spirit of the holidays. All right. Obviously, Western civilization follows Jesus. The monotheistic prophet. Was he second or was he third? I think he was third, right? In the Abrahamic tradition, but I mean, I don't really practice any religion or anything. Sometimes I feel like music is the new religion. Music that actually gets to your soul. I don't know, but that's the whole idea behind the holidays. But it's more of a tradition than religion, I think. And obviously, you know, this country has a lot of diverse people, and you can practice whatever you want, sir, ma'am. You know, it's your life. That's the freedom here. You know, and the whole, concept of prophecies and prophets and books. Obviously, people say that, oh, you know what, aliens actually came 6,000 years ago. They gave us the language and blah, 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 right? But then there's no evidence. That's like the spookiest, the worst, um, what do you call controversy? Not controversy, sir, but the conspiracy theory, right? That the aliens, basically landed in fucking Egypt. Hence the pyramids and everything. Pyramids are just like fucking huge graves for the pharaohs, right? That's what they are, fucking pyramids. There's nothing else there. They are no aliens. I don't believe so. All right. Um, I think the Egyptians, if you look at their the Egyptian Book of Dead, right? So there's the Egyptian Book of Dead where they believed in afterlife. So that's why they enamored all their pharaohs and the kings, in all these perfumes and whatever else their bodies, right? Preserved them, and then they buried them with fucking gold and everything, right? Because they thought that they were going to take them with them, right? And and if you read that book, right, Egyptian Book of Death, it talks about what happens to somebody when they die and what exactly happens. There's the fucking gate of heaven and whatever gate of hell and what the fuck, dude. I think the Buddhists have something similar too, And and I guess what the fuck am I going with this? Oh, so how did humans, let's say 4,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, right? When the civilization was basically set up already in the Nile Valley, and then the humans started moving up north, east, and west, and whatever else, right? And so, how the fuck did they come up with the concept of something, concept of like other beings such as angels and demons and all that, right? How the fuck did they come up? Somebody must have just seen something in their fucking dreams, right? And I think that's the other realm. If you feel like, remember when you are in a dream that looks so fucking real, they were like, holy shit, you know. And then if you start seeing these beings, other beings which don't look like fucking humans, right? I mean, I have never seen anything other than my own relatives in dreams, right? So somebody must have seen something in their dreams when they were basically smoking weed or some shit, right? Because I think weed has been with us for a long time, right? So they probably came up with this idea that, oh, wait, we have these other beings, and we call them Gabriel, this plant. What do you call the angel of life, the angel of death, angel of it's like, then it became like really a myth, I think. Although I don't know who the fuck am I to actually say anything about these things, because I have no freaking idea. All right, I'm just living in these three dimension, space and time realm of existence, And I have never seen anything. I never like encountered any fucking alien beings or UFOs. All right. So for me to basically say, oh, wait a minute, yeah, there are other beings, but where the fuck do they come from, right? I think it's just everything is in our head, all right? And you can travel. I think my wife kind of agrees with that. You can travel through your mind to other planets. Maybe there is the fucking space travel. I don't fucking know. In any case, everyone, 50 minutes. Do I want to talk about anything else? I think that's it for now. I presume you all are having a great start of the week. Thanksgiving is coming up. I have no idea what I'm doing. I might go to Long Island. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just stay here because I just feel like I'm just too fucking old. And then I don't want to be in a crowd with a lot of people. I think that's what it is. The other thing I feel like, if my wife was here, then we would have probably invited some people. We would have just cooked our own turkey or something. Because these holidays also you travel, you fucking drive, and it's like, oh my God. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I have no freaking plans yet. Nobody has invited me. I don't know. Maybe I alienated a lot of people. Who the fuck knows? This is who I am. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. But it's okay. I lived my life pretty much by myself, and it's okay. Nobody invites me. I'm gonna show up there anyways, huh? I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who the fuck knows? No plans. No plans whatsoever. All right. And I mean, I like Thanksgiving, but I don't like turkey. To be honest with you, it's kind of dry, and it has those fucking huge legs. Remember those turkey legs, and the fucking wings are like this, like arm size of my half of my arm. Although it depends how you cook it, and you have to make it juicy, juicy. And I don't like that fucking stuffing, the proper American Thanksgiving, and the cranberry sauce. Oh my fucking God, I hate that too. I would rather get some Japanese noodles that night, and maybe I'll just taste some turkey if somebody invites me, right? But I'm just gonna go there with my own fucking dinner, Japanese ramen with chicken. That's my Thanksgiving dinner, huh? All right, everyone. I think I will have another podcast before Thanksgiving, right? When is fucking Thanksgiving, anyways? So today is 19th, which is a Tuesday, right? And so it's the last Thursday of November, right? So last Thursday, 21st is a Thursday. And then 21st are plus 7, 28. So there you go. 28 is Thanksgiving. 28 is Thanksgiving, and which is basically, the following Thursday, all right? And then after that, Black Friday. I mean, people go shopping on fucking Black Friday. That's also insane, to be honest with you. And then the Christmas, people go Christmas shopping. They have to buy gifts. In any case, so I'm not buying anything for anyone. If anything, my wife just bought me 2 sleeveless sweaters, and I think that's my Christmas gift from her, right? But You got to keep the love and the fucking support and everything. You can't alienate the whole fucking world, man. What are you gonna do? Just like fucking be a pariah? I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, maybe I'm not a self-righteous angel. I have my own fucking flaws and defects and whatever else, right? But I gotta take a lot of deep breaths, and this fucking sciatica has actually somehow not made it easier for me, and I'm just living with pain every fucking second, dude. That's why I need to deal with this, and it has actually just made me somehow worked up. It makes me more worked up than before. I had that anxiety from the beginning of the fucking time, and I can't sleep, and it has gotten worse with fucking sciatica. But in any case, all right, I don't want to sound too negative at the end of this fucking podcast. All right, so let's just end this. Uh, I will speak to you all next, most likely Tuesday. Happy Friday. Happy Tuesday.